Like most clones in the Grand Army of the Republic, the Bad Batch, consisting of the specialized clone troopers Hunter, Tech, Crosshair, and Wrecker, began their journey on Kamino. They probably didn't get out much until the war started, but the first of their known missions took them to the planet Kuat. We can't be sure exactly when this was, but according to Wrecker, they were there for a smash and grab. When we first meet them in the Clone Wars series, they had recently been on a mission to stop an insurrection on Yalbek Prime, a planet populated by insectoids who, if you want to take Tech's word for it, were interested in being more than friends with the group after they cut off the Queen's stinger. They were recalled from Yalbek to Anaxis, a planet which itself has moved from the core to the outer rim, though I'm using its original core position on this map here. Once at Anaxis, they worked alongside Commander Cody and Captain Rex to infiltrate a command center being used by Admiral Trench to coordinate his forces. They discovered a command signal with information on how to counter Republic strategies coming from the planet Skako Minor, bearing the CT code of a presumed dead clone named Echo. With the help of General Anakin Skywalker, the Bad Batch was sent to Skako Minor to shut down the signal and attempt to rescue Echo. The locals initially resisted the insertion force, afraid of getting pulled into the war, but they did send scouts to assist the group in reaching the Techno-Union headquarters in the city of Perkle. They discovered Echo in a stasis chamber, where he had no idea what was going on and couldn't remember anything since his capture. After freeing Echo, they escaped the facility and managed to win a further victory in defense of the village with the help of the locals themselves who'd been won over to their cause. As the Bad Batch returned to Anaxis, another plan was put into place by Echo to finally take down Admiral Trench. The Bad Batch, Anakin, Echo, and Rex were inserted on Trench's flagship, the Invulnerable, while Obi-Wan Kenobi and Mace Windu were meant to hold off the droids elsewhere. Echo was able to redirect and even shut down the droids by intercepting and sending communications with the Admiral, who Anakin was finally able to corner and kill after several encounters. From here, the Bad Batch would expand from 4 members to 5, with Echo permanently joining the group. The Bad Batch probably did some other stuff during the war, but the next time we see them is at the end of the war on Kalar, where Crosshair tries to fulfill Order 66 and kill Padawan Caleb Doom. The rest of the troopers manage to kill his master Depa Billaba, and Crosshair attempts to kill him, though Hunter lets him escape. Hunter tries to convince Crosshair that Caleb had actually fallen in a chasm and died, though Crosshair was skeptical. Once the crew returned to Kamino, they met another altered clone and president of their fan club, Omega. Tarkin gave the team a test and determined that they were too independent. He sent them to the planet Onderon to hunt down Saw Gerrera's partisans as well as other locals. The group disobeyed their orders, leaving Saw alone, and returned once again to Kamino, planning to defect. Crosshair was dismayed by the disloyalty of his brothers and turned against them during their desertion, though they did bring Omega with them, gaining one member but losing another. After deserting, Hunter took the crew to Seleucami to stay with another known deserter, Cutla Kane, who had left the army during the war, married a Twi'lek named Sue, and helped her in raising 2 kids named Shay and Jack, who were technically only like 5 years younger than him. While dealing with heightened Imperial security from the New Order, needing new chain code IDs to get the family to safety, Hunter had been planning to leave Omega in Cut's care, though she ended up remaining with the Bad Batch despite Hunter's misgivings about her safety. Damage sustained to their ship during the escape made them crash on the Ordo moon, which I have assumed is in the Ordo system, though it may be somewhere else. After getting their ship repaired enough to leave, they made a quick supply run to the other side of the galaxy on the planet Pantora, where the bounty hunter Fennec Shand appeared and attempted to abduct Omega. After a chase through the city not unlike the one in Obi-Wan Kenobi, Hunter got Omega back, and the crew headed to Ord Mantell on Echo's suggestion to seek out Sid, a former Jedi informant. Sid wasn't the most accommodating at first, but the Bad Batch managed to prove themselves in a job to rescue Muchi from Zygerian slavers. Muchi turned out to be a Rancor belonging to Jabba the Hutt. Their success on their mission secured their employment with the Gruff Trandoshan. They were first dispatched to Corellia, where they cooperated with the Martez sisters in retrieving a tactical droid's head. After they returned to Ord Mantell, a surprise visit from Rex turned into a journey to the wreckyard planet of Braca, where they used a Venator's medical bay to remove their own inhibitor chips. Omega was also captured by the bounty hunter Cad Bane and taken to the planet Boravio, where she was also pursued by Fennec Shand. The Bad Batch, after doing some research on Ord Mantell to figure out where she might have gone, managed to track her down and rescue her from the bounty hunters. Now chip-free and reunited with Omega, the next mission we see them embark on is to the former separatist planet of Raxus Secundus, to rescue Senator Avi Singh, though Echo shows a strong distaste for rescuing a separatist senator. During this mission, Omega had stayed behind, but managed to win them a ton of credits in Dejarik. Sid then upgraded them from rescuers to arms smugglers, sending them to run weapons to the Twi'lek resistance on Ryloth. Omega met and befriended future rebel leader Harrison Dula on this mission, but it was far from smooth sailing. The Empire got involved and it brought the Bad Batch into direct confrontation with their former brother Crosshair, who they had also come into conflict with on Bracca. Thanks to a plan by Omega and Hera, the Free Ryloth fighters and Bad Batch were able to escape to Ord Mantell City. They continued to do jobs for Sid to earn money and hopefully make a life for themselves, but during one mission to an undisclosed location, they were contacted by Rex, who requested their help in rescuing Gregor, a former clone trooper who was being held captive on the planet Darrow. Hunter was again skeptical of their chances, but after some argument from Echo about having been saved by the Bad Batch from a similarly dire situation himself, they agreed. The battle brought them into contact with new types of stormtroopers as well as clone commandos, including a conspicuously yellow-colored commando named Scorch. The rescue of Gregor was successful, but after being trapped and outnumbered, Hunter ordered the rest of the batch to flee. Crosshair came to retrieve Hunter and bring him to Kamino, knowing the rest of the squad would be lured in for another rescue attempt after their other rescue attempt. When they arrived back at Kamino, they were quickly captured, but Crosshair ordered his new elite squad to spare them. This new squad had other ideas, and Crosshair ended up killing them all, though one of the squad had managed to inform Admiral Rampart of the situation, who began destroying Tapoka City from above, annihilating the cloning center. Despite Crosshair saving them in an emotional plea from Hunter, Crosshair refused to join his brothers and abandon the Empire, staying behind as the rest of the Bad Batch fled on the Marauder. They return to working for Sid, and the next job we see them on is the heist running from crabs on another unknown tropical location in the opening of Season 2. But Sid and her associate Fee soon dispatch them to the planet Sereno, hoping to steal some of Count Dooku's war chest from his former home planet, out from under the nose of the Empire. This is where we leave the team for now, but if people are interested, I'll do a follow-up video updating this map and their journey through Season 2. I'll potentially do the same for some other shows and characters if there's interest in that. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.